I was driving a church van that I usually drive for, but I was off duty, and I made a left turn, but I had waited to make the left turn, and all of a sudden when I made my left turn, a car came down with the lights off and hit me. And they were saying that since I wasn't working at the time, that workman's comp wouldn't pay, and I was just concerned about that answer.
And Brenda, why were you? Tell me again. You were driving the church van, but where were you coming from?
Well, I was sick, and I was going to pick up a lady to ride with me to the emergency room.
Okay. Is that a function that you do at times for the church, or is that just something you were? Was she sick as well, or was it just somebody to help you out?
It was someone to help me out since I was driving. You know, I had a virus that kept me kept me sick. I was having pain and stuff. And
the church van, do you normally, is it something that stays at your house, or is it something that
Well, no, they had, what happened was they supposed to have picked the van up either that Monday evening or Tuesday evening, but it was Tuesday night when I couldn't take the pain no more.
Right. Right. Well, Chad, what do you think, man?
Well, this sounds like to me to be an ingress-egress type case. These cases are typically pretty fact sensitive, depending on whether you were coming to or going, leaving from work, whether you were engaging in activities for the benefit of your employer. And based on what it sounds like, based on the facts that Brenda was giving us, I can't really tell, but it's possible that some of those facts could be developed and we could get into some additional information that could potentially make that a compensable injury.
Okay.
I'd recommend that she certainly discuss that with a lawyer in more detail.
Yeah, those are tough cases, and because Chad's right. You know, whether or not this is a the purposes of the van, what she normally does with it, how often she drives it. You know, does it have the church's logo on the side? All kinds of things. You know, are there benefits to the church that she's doing? It did sound like it sounded like a pretty personal trip at the time, and there may well be some issues with coverage there, but it's certainly something I agree with Chad.
Okay.
She needs to sit down and talk with an attorney and make sure.